Well, good morning, YouTube. Hi guys, it is Thursday morning. We're here at the Daytona International Speedway. Bike Week has not officially started yet. It starts tomorrow, but we are open for business here today. We had one love jug here. It's actually a repair, so not really a paying job. And Talon's got his bike up there doing some work on it. Having a little trouble with the clutch being really grabby on that and not fully disengaging. So we're trying to flush out the hydraulic clutch system, make sure we got some good fluid in there, see if that helps. If not, we're gonna have to pull the clutch cover off and see what's going on there. It's dragging a lot. So we're thinking either we got a warped clutch plate or maybe a basket that's grooved and worn really bad, not allowing the plates to freely slide back and forth. And what's happening is sometimes when you drop it into gear, it'll just stall the bike. Sometimes when you're coming to a stop, even with the clutch all the way into the bar, it'll stall the bike. And when you do release the clutch lever, it's just jumpy and grabby. So on our slow day, we're gonna try to get that taken care of. We've also got to get these bikes cleaned up. We got to add some more things into the register system and build a display for one of the new products that we're gonna start carrying at this show. Hey guys, this is Danny. He watches this on the YouTube, and he decided to come down to visit from Ontario. He's got this absolutely beautiful Kawasaki H2. If you don't know, these are an extremely fast, badass motorcycle, supercharged. So how do you like the H2, Danny?
Love it. Best bike I've ever owned. It's the most comfortable, really easy to drive. I love it.
Cool. It's definitely beautiful. Well, thanks for stopping by and seeing us today, hanging out.
Thank you. Very awesome job you do.
Thank you. All right, guys, did another surprise visit also. We got Ben and Brock here from Wide Open Customs. You know, a lot of people ask me about the fairing on my motorcycle, and these are the guys that manufacture the Wide Open Customs motorcycle fairing with the audio in it. They do a fantastic job.
We manufacture these at our shop in Kansas. Send them straight to the biker. Got nobody else's hand to pie. Straight from the manufacturer to the biker. WideOpenCustom.com.
And guys, they're one of the best looking fairings you'll find out there. They look exactly like the Harley fairing, and they've even got the new Road Glide version. Take a look at these. So guys, looks just like a Harley Batwing, but on the back side. Now this is a newer, more updated model than mine with the double din stereo. And same here in this one, but this is their Road Glide style fairing. Single headlight, but it's got that shark nose kind of look. Absolutely beautiful.
Whole thing job done.
All right, guys, those of you that are watching our trip down here saw that we had a second motorcycle, this old Ultra Classic minus the tour pack. Was in the trailer, brought it down as well. And the reason we brought this is because we are going to have the Let's Roll Cruiser Dolly on display here during Bike Week. So we needed another bike to put on there. I didn't want to put my bike on it because it's always running and I'm always in and out on my bike. So we borrowed a second bike to bring out just to put on display on the dolly. However, it's dirty, so we're gonna get it washed up. But what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put it up on the dolly, and then we're gonna take it over to a place where we can wash it, which is way on the other side of the parking lot. All right, guys, so the bike is up on the cruiser dolly right now. Now, if you look over here behind me, you see this white Toyota sitting right over there. The water spigot is all the way on the other side of that. So we're gonna roll this over there on the dolly and get it cleaned up. All right, see the sign? People are coming to put up the vendor midway map here so that everybody can find out where we are. Well guys, for a day that we're not officially open, we got all 4 lifts filled up. We'll get back to cleaning that other motorcycle up on the Electro Cruiser Dolly in a minute, but it's our first time using the new lifts from Handy, and man, they're working excellent. Now it went up a little bit slow, but that is because they still have not given us power here at the Speedway yet. So we had to fire up Goliath. We're running off of the truck air compressor, which does not put out enough volume because our air compressor is sitting here not being used because I don't have a place to plug it in yet. Yeah, guys, and just to prove a point, I'm having Derek push it because he's the smallest, lightest guy here. And it looks like we're getting lucky. We came over to wash the bike, and the Honda crew is over here washing a couple. They got a pressure washer out, so they said we can share their water supply. All right, guys, I know he's not in a bikini, but we still got to get it clean either way. I know, he doesn't look as good as his sister, does he? I want to give a big thank you to the Honda crew for letting us share their pressure washer and water supply. Tell you what, guys, with the wheels being off of the ground, it sure makes a difference being able to clean those wheels. These wheels are pretty intricate, and if it was just sit still, you'd have to move the bike forward, backward, and just a lot easier this way. Well, it may not be perfectly clean, but it's clean enough to get our purpose. We'll probably still wipe it down with some Miracle Wash when it's dry. But this bike has been sitting around Darren's shop for a while, and it's kind of covered with dust. And it looks like something's been splashed on the paint that has stained the paint. We probably won't go to get that out, but we'll do what we can. Hi guys, and now that you've seen the Let's Roll Cruiser Dolly in action in a real life scenario cleaning a motorcycle, I want to clarify something. MedCook57 made a comment. I guess he thinks that I'm getting paid big money to make these videos about the product. And I'll be very clear, Let's Roll did not pay me any money whatsoever to make these videos. They did supply me with the product to review, which natural, right? And I did agree to make 2 videos, which you guys have seen before. But that was it. Today, that's just because it was a good opportunity to show how it worked, and we needed to clean the motorcycle. Why not get it up there and do it? But I want to be very clear. When they approached me, they asked me if I would do the review. It took me a while. I did a bunch of research and looked up the product before I agreed to anything. I wanted to make sure it looked like it was a product that I felt like I would endorse, so then I agreed that they could send it to me. And I was very clear with Let's Roll. I said, I do not want you to pay me because I want to do an honest review. And if I don't like the product, I'm going to tell people that I don't like the product. If there's something about it that I don't like, I'm going to be honest with people. To be honest, so far, I haven't found anything that I don't like. So yeah, some people said it's a little higher price, but we addressed that in the last video. It's cheaper than a big lift, and it's still better than the cheap lift, and you get what you pay for it. Let's Roll really can't make this and get it to you any cheaper being made in America. Yeah, they could sublease it to China and probably knock $100 off of it, but you're not going to get the quality. And guys, quality is more important than price. It really is. It costs more money to manufacture something to this level of quality, and I showed the differences there. And MedCook57 seems to think that in order to use this product, you have to be on your knees, and he has a problem with that. Well, the other product that we compared it to, you'd have to be on your knees as well, so there's no real difference there. But you know what? If you want to be a dumbass to sit on your knees, fine, sit on your knees, but grab a 5-gallon bucket, grab a stool, sit on a stool and be comfortable working on your motorcycle. Yeah, I know that doesn't get it up as high as the lifts that we use over here in the service department. I was very clear with that in the very first video, that this would never replace a commercial grade lift table that we use. But the guys that are going to buy this don't want to spend the money on that or don't have the room in the garage for that. This is the alternative. I didn't say it was going to replace it. So I don't know. Some people are kind of, getting their panties in a wad over this. Yeah, I'm talking about you, MedCook57. I don't know what you have against the product, but it's a great product, and I wouldn't endorse it if I didn't believe so. Well guys, we eventually closed everything down, probably around 7 o'clock, went out to have some dinner, and now we're cheating on our diet by coming to Krispy Kreme because the hot now light is on. Guess who came to visit us today?
No!
Well, we're back at the track. Man, it seems like it's been a long day today. There's a lot of extra things we had to do, like washing the bike for the Let's Roll cruiser dolly. We didn't really put much of it on film, but we had to put a starter in the Mini Cooper because we were coming home from Ford's garage the other night. We stopped at the Wawa to get a cup of coffee, and then the car wouldn't start, and we've had to push start it multiple times over the last couple of days. First we thought it was the battery, but everything worked fine. It was just the starter itself had gone bad. On top of that, if you remember, last fall we had some issues with the red lifts, and so today I get kind of trying to tune them up and get them working right. Unfortunately, I still have one that does not want to function properly. Got to call them tomorrow and see if there's anything they can do to give me some replacement parts out here. It's just going to suck going through Bikeweek that we're expecting to be very busy and being down one lift. Good thing I bought the 2 new ones, so we'll still have 3 that are functional, but we really need 4 for this show. I also had to build a display. My friend Greg and Leah Don over at Vision X, if you guys have ever heard of them, they make these really cool phone holders. Well, they approached us a couple weeks back and asked if we wanted to start carrying their products here. They're at a point where they want to start getting dealers, and they thought of me because they know that I only like quality products. So I agreed to meet with them. In fact, when we went out to Ford's garage the other night, we sat and we talked, and we decided to carry just a couple of their products, not the whole line, just a few things that I think might be useful. And I'll kind of debut that stuff for you tomorrow, but today I had to build like a display unit where I mounted some handlebars to an old toolbox so that we could put the phone holders and the cup holders on display for customers to see. On top of that, we serviced 7 or 8 motorcycles today. Nothing huge by any means, but considering it's not even a rally day, I'm happy with those sales. You know, we just get an early start on the rally is all. And rally officially starts tomorrow. You guys remember those flag mounts I was talking about? There they are. Those 4 flags sticking up top of the tent there. Well, I think I still got to run a few errands tomorrow morning before we get up and running, so I think we're going to go ahead and close this video here. Now guys, if you're coming out to see us at the rally, there we are. You see the setup right here, the Advent Health Gate. We're directly out front. Just come by and find us. We're looking forward to meeting a lot of y'all. So hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching, and until the next time I see you, keep those engines running. And for those of you that have interest in the whole off-grid solar system, we arrived here Monday. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been running off of the solar system and the lithium batteries since then until just now. About 30 seconds ago, I finally plugged the truck in. They didn't give us power until late this afternoon, and we had to run the air compressor and get the batteries in the trailer charged, and we still had plenty of power in Goliath and the batteries. We were still at like high 30% or something like that, and now we're down to like 33%. So we still weren't desperate to plug in by any means, but they wanted to charge us stupid amounts of money to plug in here, something like $250 or $500 for us to get 50 amp power, which will run everything obviously. But a 20 amp 110 circuit was included for free. So in order to make that off-grid solar system pay for itself, I declined to pay that, and I will just keep that 110. So during the day, we'll run the air compressor off of it because it only draws 15 amps. We've got 20 amps available, and that'll be fine. The batteries will run the house and everything else during the day, but then at night, I'll just switch it over and make sure that it gets charged up full for the next day. Only because the solar side is still a little bit weak. You guys know I do plan on increasing the solar on there, but usually at the most we see 200 to 250 watts coming in, and that isn't enough to keep up with everything. So it's slowly been dwindling over the couple of days, but you figure we're well over 80 hours unplugged since we've been stopped here. I think that's doing pretty good for being off-grid for that time. Refrigerator's running now. We haven't been running air conditioning. It's been pretty nice, but we have been running the ceiling fan overnight, and using some lights and fans here and there, but just not the air conditioning. But it is going to get warmer this week, so hopefully we'll get a good test on Florida heat with the air conditioning running off of the batteries throughout the day and then having to plug into charge at night.